So warm welcome to all. In last lecture we discussed various aspects of the rate analysis, in which we mainly cover labor cost, material cost, and then outturn task, labor requirement for each and every task. In series of the lecture today, we are going to discuss various miscellaneous costs associated with any tender or task. Okay, so in the miscellaneous cost, first we cover cost of the machinery, that is tools and plant equipment. Okay, so various different item of equipment are used for various type of specific work. Like for road construction there may be an leveler, excavator, there may be so many things that are required. For building construction there are different type of arrangement is required. So the cost of the tools and plants are vary from one task to the another task. Okay. So the cost of the equipment and ordinary tools and plants and miscellaneous petty items, that is sundries. There are so many things, whatever is required for this. Uh, okay, are added to the specific item as a lump sum. Okay, what is lump sum? This required. Lump sum amount is nothing uh, that is not we not calculating a specific work, and we assign the that task as a lump sum. Okay, a provision of 2.5 to 3% of the labor cost is made for such item in certain tools and plant. If it is difficult to allocate their use for a particular item of freight, then the cost of such tools and plant may be allocated overhead expenditure. So it is clear that allocate the use for particular item of freight. Okay, then the cost of such tools and plant may be allocated, that is under overhead expenditure. Okay, for big work and big project like highway infrastructure projects, tunnel, canal project, okay, their cost is so high. Become necessary to use a special type of equipment like batching plant or WMM plant or dumpers, cranes for transportation of concrete mixers, provision for amount of 1% to 1.5% of the estimated cost is provided in the estimate under head special tools and plant. So it is clear that is general and ordinary tools, and that is special tools and plant. This here ordinary tools and plant. So there is a basic difference. Okay, here a provision of 2.5 to 3%. Okay, of the labor cost. Just look at. Okay, here provision for 1.5 1 to 1.5% of the estimated cost. Okay, here it is the estimated cost. So this is the basic difference. For special tools and plant, we go through the estimated cost, and for ordinary tools and plant, we go through the this labor cost. Okay. So next is the water charges. Water may be required at a site for the drinking purpose, for laborers, engineers, supervisors, and for construction purpose. So the water charges are for the drinking purpose of the worker, and for the work arrangement of the water is made sinking tube well, bore well, or form a temporary connection from municipality. For this purpose, provision of 1.5 to 2% of the total cost. Please note this point. That is 1.5 to 2% of the total cost of the material, cost of the labor, plus cost of the ordinary tools and plant. That is. So this is the important like this. Okay. Next is overhead charges. We earlier discussed these charges in tools and plant and machinery. So I again conclude this. Overhead charges includes the general office expenses, rents, taxes, supervision, and other costs which are indirect expenses on the job, expenses for the small tools such as plank, ladder, rope, and other hand tools are also included in overhead charges. A provision of 2.5 to 5% is made in the rate analysis as overhead charges. Overhead charges can be divided into two categories that we already discussed in lecture: general overhead and job overhead. I again just conclude this in a very quick. So the general overhead, these are the expenses made throughout the year, irrespective of the running work in hand or that include. So what are the general expenditure that running throughout the year? Suppose, let an example. Uh, you are working in somewhere other city. Okay, you are having a rent. You pay rent every month. So due to some office work, you are having three to four, uh, 3 to 4 month. You have to work for an your company in another city. So you think that I not vacant my flat and it will go. So your uh, whatever monthly payment, that is rent you pay to your landlord, it continue. Okay, irrespective of your stay in your home or not. Same for any construction site, any expenditure that is running throughout the year. Suppose in this lockdown due to the global crisis of COVID-19, okay, what happened? Each and every construction work had been stopped. Okay, but their office rent, okay, salaries to the office staff, stationery, printing, electricity, telephone bills, traveling expenses are continue. They are not stopped. They stop their work at site, but these are the continue. So these are the general overhead. General overhead is establishment charges including rent, office space, taxes, salary to the office staff, purchase of the stationery, printing, postage, etc., electricity, telephone, water bills, traveling expenses. These are come under the general overhead. Okay. Next is the job overhead. These are the expenses indirectly incurred for a job or the project. This include. So, if you hire any consultant for your work, that you will pay per visit charge. So, your work had been stopped right now. So, your consultant will not come. So, that's why you need not to pay him. Okay. So, these are not running expenses. So which are salaries to the personnel engaged for the office site engineer, supervisor, office staff, rent of the temporary office staff like city telephone bills, handling of the material, repairs, carriage, depreciation, tools and plant, labor welfare, safety measures, instrument etc., interest of the investment, theft and other losses. Now last and important, that is contractor profit. Why contractor is work for us? Okay, for that, as I earlier discussed that it is average 10%, but it will vary 8 to 15% from the nature of the depend on the nature of the work. The generally provision of 10% is made in the rate analysis as a contractor profit. But for a small job, it is around 15%. For large job, it is around 8%. Okay, contractor profit is not included in rate analysis if material supplied by the department. Please note this point. This is the very important. If the material is supplied by the department, then contractor profit is not included. So we will take an example, that is rate analysis for important items. So look at this table. We have to analysis of rate, that is excavation of earthwork for foundation including filling in trenches up to 30 meter, lead and 1.5 meter lift. So what is the basic difference between lead and lift? Lead is the distance, okay, from which you dig out the material and you have to place, that is lead. It's 30 meter, and lift, that you have to lift the material, whatever material you dig out, that is 1.5 meter. So this is the basic difference between. So for that we have to assume that there may be an 100 cubic meter volume of earthwork. So what type of labor required, what type of machinery is required for that? Okay, so we will discuss over here. So we are having four columns. Column number one, that is description of the item. Column number two, quantity. Quantity may be in terms of number, in terms of any specific unit. Rate. Rate may be per day, per meter cube, or any lump sum amount. Okay, and the cost. Cost is the Indian rupees. Okay, so the labor required is number one, head mason, half number, that is 450 per day. So that's why 225. Don't confuse with half number. Okay, the work amount is very high, maybe 1 lakh cubic meter, maybe 10,000 cubic meter. We are considering only 100 cubic meter, so that's why we write it as half mason. Half mason means the mason will work only 4 hours in a day. Total shift is 8 hours, so that's why mason will work only 4 hours, so that's why half number. So there is no uh, don't have panic that what half number is. Half number means he or she will work only 4 hours, that is he or she will perform only half duty for that particular task. Number two, beldar. Beldar is required 18 numbers to shift your material from where you dig out, and you have to place from for distance of 30 meter, that is cost 250 per day. Majdoor. Majdoor is 14 number, 220 per day. Tools and plant sundries etc, that is lump sum amount. Lump sum means that is not specific. Okay, so that's why 240 rupees. So the total material and labor cost is 8045 in Indian rupees. Clear? Additional 1.5% to the water charges is 120.67. It means, suppose these are the total number of 18 and 14, there will be 32, 33, and maybe engineer, site engineer, maybe say around 40% at your site. So you have to make arrangement for the water for the drinking purpose. So that's why 120 rupees is allocated for that task. Okay. So next, that is additional 10% profit to the contractor, that is 80450 rupees. So the grand total is 8970.17 Indian rupees. So what is the rate per cubic meter? So this has to be divided this quantity. So I do again this quantity 8970 is divided by 100. Okay, so you will get 89.70. Clear? Rate per cubic meter. So again there is an example for the first class brick in superstructure with cement mortar is 1.6. So we have to make this estimate for your clear understanding. So first we have to assume that is your total brickwork 10 cubic meter. Okay, what is the nominal size of one modular bricks? 10 into 10 into 20. Okay, this is the nominal size of one brick. So what is the standard size? 9 into 9 into 19 centimeter. That is the standard size. Okay, width, height, and width, height, and this is length. Clear? Hence the number of brick required 5000 number. So what is thumb rule here? For 1 meter cube, divide by this with 10. Okay, you will get 500 equal to this one. You will get 500 bricks for 1 meter cube. Okay, if you have to construct 1 meter cube of volume from brickwork, you require 500 brick. 1 meter cube means 1 meter length, 1 meter width, and 1 meter height. 1 cross 1 cross 1. That is 1 meter cube. So the actual size of brick, that is 9 into 9 into 19. So what is the amount of the mortar is required? That is 10 minus 5000 bricks total into volume of 1 brick. This is the volume of 1 brick. So that will be 2.3 cubic meter. So the volume out of 10 meter cube, the volume of the mortar is 2.3 meter cube. As we know that while placing of the brick, some mortar is get wastage and some mortar is used for the filling of the groove. Every brick there is a groove. You know that there may be a manufacturer name written like JK, like RMS, like that. So many different type of manufacturer then using their name as a short form. So that's why. So we can say that for that additional mortar is required for frog filling. I earlier discussed what is frog filling, what is frog, and brick bonding and wastage, that is 15%. So thus the your total volume of mortar, that is 2.3 plus 2.3 15%. This will 15% of 2.3, that will be 2.64. But there is a you know very basic theory behind that. For 1.25 cubic meter of dry volume of mortar, material produce 1.0 cubic meter of mortar. If you use 1.25 cubic meter of dry volume of mortar material, it will produce 1.0 cubic meter of said mortar. Now, why? As you know, cement bag, in your cement bag, more than 50% is air. Like whatever you purchase, potato chips. You purchase potato chips, Uncle Chips, Balaji. There are so many brands are available, and so what happened in that? Then potato chips is very few quantity. Rest is air. Okay, before coming to the Indian companies in this market, potato chips market, foreign companies like Uncle Chips and there are so many foreign companies are gain very huge profit. Right? There may be few potato chips and their whole is air. Okay, same in cement bag also. More than 50% is air. So your dry volume required is high. Once you put water in cement, what happen? Air will spill out. Air वहां से निकल जाएगा. So what happen? उसका जो भी dry volume होगा, that will less in wet volume. Okay, clear? Very fine. Hence, volume of dry material required for 2.64 cubic meter. How much? We have to multiply this with help of 1.25. See next slide. So here we have to multiply, that is 1.25 into 2.64. So that's why it is 3.30 cubic meter. So I can say that for lemon, those people he or she will not uh, understand this, and they are very not not related with civil engineering. They are not having technical knowledge. So we can say that there is a thumb rule for dry volume of mortar of the material, that is 30% of the brick weight. Clear? We can say that, dear, that is whatever brick volume, the 30% of brick volume is your mortar volume. So it is thumb rule for general people. For civil engineering background people, you have to follow this step. Okay, thumb rule is not valid for you guys. So we calculate what type of how much quantity of cement and sand required. Okay, so the sum of the proportional of the cement and sand. Clear? So we have to use 1 is to 6. That is 1 is cement, 6 is sand. So total 7. The total volume of the mortar is 3.3 cubic meter, out of which 0.07 cubic meter is your cement volume. Okay, this is very basic. See, this is the proportion of the cement and sand. Have you go through the various questions, that is mixing of milk and water? What is the ratio? And you have to calculate the rate. Here same. You have to given the volume, total volume. This is the ratio of cement and sand, that is 1 is to 6. Okay. So that's why this is the ratio. So that's why. So the volume of the cement, that will be 0.47 cubic meter. Hence we know that cement is available in 50 kg bag. One bag cement contains 50 kg of the cement. Okay. So the mass of the 50 kg, mass of the one bag cement is 50 kg. Here density 1440 kg per meter cube. Hence the volume will be 50 divided by 1.1440, that will be 0.0347 cubic meter. So again thumb rule for the lemon, 1 cubic meter cement will contain 30 bag of the cement. If you have to construct 1 meter width, 1 meter height, 1 meter length cube of the cement, you require 30 bag of the cement. It means 1500 kg, 1.5 ton cement is required for construct 1 meter cube of the concrete. Hence, come to this our topic. We are required 0.47. So divide this with that material, that we will require only 30.5 bags. For construction of 10 meter cube brick work, we require 13.5 bag of cement. What is the volume of sand required? That is 0.47 into 6, 2.82 cubic meter. So we almost cover rate analysis, calculation of cement, sand, etc. Okay. So if you have any query, you will post in your Google Classroom. I will respond to your query. Okay. My question, as you know that I will give you one question after my every lecture is over. My question is, specific gravity of the cement is around 3.1. But here we use density 1440 kg per meter cube. Okay, please check and discuss with your friend. I will give you answer in my next lecture. Thank you.